What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. It's been a while. It's been some days. I don't know how many days, but it's been too long, man. I missed y'all. I was like, I gotta make a video. I've been trying to make one of the past couple days. I just been busy. But I just had to do one, man. I'm in the shop. You see where I'm at, man. You feel me? If you need some shoes, one of one boutique. Look it up. You feel me? Come shop with me. But anyways, look. This offseason coming up is one of the biggest in recent memory for this franchise. Um, and really one of the biggest in franchise history because if we mess up this season, we will be set back years. We will be set back, bro. And we've been on this treadmill of mediocrity for years now. And now it's kind of like we did a rebuild, really a retooling. I mean, I would say a rebuild. Like most of the players from the Kemba Walker era are gone, except for Miles. Miles is our longest tenured player, and Kaboka. But but you know, it's really just interesting because it's like now we found some success. A 43 win season is still the most we've had in some years, and it does mean something. It shows improvement, but at the same time, you get smacked in the plane and get blown out on national television, and it's like, you know, have we made mistakes by trying to add veterans in the midst of this rebuild? Because I felt like that's kind of one, it fucked up younger players' development, and two, it's taken away from that, and you're taking up money, but you're not getting the results. And it's like, we all know Michael Jordan as an owner, he's been win now, but we're not winning shit now. And we keep choosing that route. And I just want to play the young guys. We did that one year in 2019, Devontae Graham, Dwayne Bacon, we did that. But then LaMelo fell into our lap. And, we were supposed to have the number 8 pick that year. And we shot up to number 3 and got LaMelo. And I feel like that changed the trajectory of what we had going on. And, got Gordon Hayward that offseason. And, we had money to spend and it had to go to somebody. And that just kind of accelerated the rebuild instead of, I felt like, just adding piece by piece and just drafting guys. Now, Mitch Kupchak has pulled off one of the best trades in recent memory for our organization. He turned second-round pick Devontae Graham into a fucking lottery pick, bro. Well, into pick 15. Bro, you got to give props to Mitch, bro. You got to give props to Mitch. When we traded him, it was lottery protected, and we need the Pelicans to make the playoffs, and they did that. I was cheering for the Pelicans very hard in their Clippers matchup in the play-in, and they got in. I don't give a fuck if they get swept now. The pick is ours. And now is the time that we needed that. I felt like more than ever, not even necessarily to draft a player, but just because we can do something with that without having to possibly, fuck up our future financially. Because usually sometimes if you want to try to trade, you got to take back a bad contract. We got 2 first-round picks now, a 13 and a 15. We can package that with something and get some shit done. We have 2 draft picks already that don't play. Really 4. We had 4 draft picks last year. Some of them played a few games. JT Thor played a few games. He only probably had maybe 4 to 5 games with meaningful minutes that weren't in garbage time. Same thing for Book Knight. Scotty Lewis didn't play any meaningful minutes. Kai Jones didn't play any meaningful minutes. So, do we need to go and draft 4 more guys? No. Unless we're going to go full rebuild, full young guys, every position, there's no reason to draft 4 more guys. So I definitely feel like we need to pack some picks and go and get a big guy. Right now, I got the NBA trade machine up, and we're going to play around and see, what we can do. Because I feel like, personally, that's what needs to be done. I feel like a trade has to happen. One, to free up money because we're gonna sign Miles. He's gonna commandeer a very big contract that we necessarily didn't see coming. I did think it was a smart move for him to turn down a 60 million for 4 years. I did think that when he did it, I knew he was gonna outplay that. But I'm hearing 173, like, 170 million full max. And I don't think we'll offer that. I don't know. I know we're gonna match anything that anybody else throws, and I'm just praying that hopefully nobody tries to bid us up. That's kind of happened the past few years with certain players. Like, if I know that y'all are gonna pay whatever to get them, I'm just gonna keep bidding because I know that you're gonna fuck your money up to keep them. That's the downside of restricted free agency. A team can play you and fuck your own money up. Um, but I think you have to do it. You have to show LaMelo that you care, and you have to show, we have to show every team that we are building within and we care about our players that we develop. If you're going to be a team that wants to develop and send people to Greensboro and all this development, in-house development, but once they become good, you have to pay them and extend them and keep them. And PJ Washington has a similar situation coming up. And it's just like decisions had to be made. Last year, we didn't keep Devontae. We didn't keep Malik. But now you got Miles and PJ coming up. I say you're supposed to keep both. I wanted to let PJ go, man, but, he really grew on me the second half of the season because he's one of the players that he became consistent. And PJ's, to me, the main thing I hated so much about PJ was he was so inconsistent. PJ might give you 20. The next game, he has 3 points. He didn't explode too many times this year for crazy big games, but he stayed consistent. He fought on the defensive end, and that's what really meant a lot to me from him. So I say, keep him, and he can play small ball 5 from time to time, but not for long stretches. From time to time for certain matchups, cool. But I think you go ahead and you go and get a good center, a really good center that you can sustain for a couple of years and not have to worry about filling that hole again. And you still have Kai Jones to develop off the bench. And that way you don't have to pay PJ at the 5. PJ can play the fucking 4 where he should be. And you can play Kai at the 5. I'm going to go ahead and get into the trade, bro. And this trade, I'm about to play around with the trade machine. And I'm going to try to get Rudy Gobert, bro. I feel like that's who we need. Somebody who can give you a guaranteed double-double, 15 and 15, and, defensive player of the year, time in and time out. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's play around and just see what we can do, man. All right. So, the first player that I'm putting in is Gordon Hayward. That's the first player I put in. No. Did not mean to click that, bro. Go back. Rudy Gobert's averaging 16, 15. Yeah, I'm putting in Rudy Gobert. I don't think this trade works. I gotta add. Really, I'm adding Rudy Gobert. I'm adding Gordon Hayward. Send him back to the Jazz where he came from, and let's see who else I can throw in there. Shit, man. I want to throw Terry in there, but I'm kind of hesitant. I don't know what it would take to get somebody like Rudy, but I think this is, him and Donovan's last year playing together. We see the tension between them. It's been like that for a few years now, and it's time. It's time. We know what the Jazz are going to do. They're going to be a good regular season team, go to the playoffs and do absolutely nothing. So I think now is the time for us to try to make a move and get them. I'm going to put Gordon Hayward and T-Row, man, just because that money has to go back. That's a lot of money for the fucking Jazz to be taking on. Obviously, we had to throw some picks in there, but if we did that with 2 picks and then they gave us back, let's say somebody like, they gave us back somebody like, I want to say Bogdanovich, but I don't know if they would do that. But maybe like a Royce O'Neal or something like that. I don't know. They might. They might do that shit. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna throw in. I don't know if they'll throw Bogdan in there. They might throw. I don't know. If we can get to kill Alexander Walker, shit, fuck it, throw him in there. See if they'll give us him. I don't know. Throw him in there. Just something to do. Let's try see if that works. The trade is successful. Um, we got 8 wins better, and the Jazz got 9 games worse. But the trade is successful. Okay, Rudy Gobert and Alexander Walker for Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. And obviously, we would throw 2 first-round picks in there. And I feel like that's something that the Jazz need to do, man. The Jazz, they're a team that are like us, but better. The Jazz are like us, but better. The Jazz have these great regular seasons, get to the playoffs, do absolutely nothing, year in, year out, year in, year out, year in, year out. And yes, the Jazz are an organization that they don't have rings, they don't have, but they a team that have always been respectable and stuff. So their fan base is kind of over this, mediocrity in a sense. And they got to influx some young players. Because, I just looked at that roster. Nikhil Alexander Walker is the youngest player up here. I'm looking at. I don't see no young guys up here. Damn, I didn't mean to press that. Damn it. Fuck. Just fucked up my goddamn trade machine. But yeah, I don't see any young guys on this roster. So I feel like for the Jazz to have 2 first-round picks, I feel like that's really good for them, bro. I'm looking at their fucking roster right now. Let's see. Yeah, bro, their youngest player is Nikhil Alexander Walker. That's literally their youngest player, bro. Everybody else is a vet. So for a team like that to acquire 2 first-round picks, that means a lot. Look at the Warriors, bro. Look at what Jordan Poole is doing. If you can go ahead and get your young guy that can contribute, that can, and Donovan Mitchell is still young. You get him a running mate to put beside him for years to come, that's major. Now, obviously, I don't know if they would go for that, but I think it's something for us to consider, man. And now with that trade, being done, with us sending Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward out, you are really looking at Book Night and saying, we believe in you, and you have to be this guy. You have to give us 15, 16 plus points, really damn near 20, to replace Terry. And I know a lot of people want to get rid of Terry. I don't necessarily want to, but I just know money has to be freed up for years to come, and somebody has to go. If Gordon goes, okay, but Miles' contract is going to be big. If you extend PJ this summer or next summer, then LaMelo's going to be extension eligible in a few years, and we're probably going to want to extend him sooner rather than later so he doesn't hit restricted free agency. So, we got to go ahead and start tying up loose ends right now. And don't get me wrong, Kelly Oubre could go back in that trade as well. I'm really just thinking about Rudy Gobert just because it's like he answers a lot of our problems. Now don't get me wrong, he's not somebody who's shooting threes and all kinds of shit, but he's just a dominant player who what you're gonna get. He's averaging 16 points and 15 rebounds, bro. His offensive game isn't the craziest, but bro, LaMelo can throw him some lobs, he can dunk. I know it's a little debate on Twitter about him and his lobs and shit, not necessarily being able to finish, but at the end of the day, LaMelo's a little bit better passer than Donovan Mitchell. Rudy Gobert can get some nice lobs and just, get paint touches, and he can get his own fucking, boards and shit and just put them back and get his own points. Yeah, man, I think that's the move, bro. I think that's the move. He does have 5 years, 35 million. Like he's locked in for, some big money, but defensive player of the year for the last few years. He's kind of commandeered the contract. And that's somebody who, is going to live up to their contract. He comes to us, he's going to get better. There is, they have Hassan Whiteside as his backup. We don't have no fucking dominant center that's a backup. So he's gonna come in and probably play even fucking more and might go to a 20 and 15 guy with us. You know, we see what he does when he plays us. He fucking destroys us. So imagine what he does playing for us. But you know, I am going to try something else too, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's swap out the Jazz, and let's try somebody who we all kind of, you know, as the Hornets fan have been tied to. Let's see what we can do to end up with a Miles Turner. Let's see what we can do to end up with Miles Turner. Okay. Gordon Hayward, goodbye. He's in everything. Gordon Hayward's in everything. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, we have the assets to get Gordon Hayward's contract gone. We have 2 first-round picks now. And that's the magic. That's the magic word right there. 2 first-round picks. And it's not, oh, I'm giving you a 2023 and a 2026 or some bullshit like that. We have 2 lottery picks this year that can help your team. You know what I'm saying? Gordon's gone, bro. We're getting rid of him. And I'm also hearing something else that I had to talk about. You know, the front office, we have decisions there too. Mitch Kupchak's contract is up and it hasn't been renewed yet or extended yet. I feel like you should keep Mitch Kupchak. I really do. I feel like he's done a really good job, even with this trade, to even get this first round pick for Devontae. Mitch has done good and he's drafted the right players, in my opinion. It's just the coach doesn't know how to fucking use them. That's on the coach. Borrego needs to get the fuck out of here. Now, me personally, the only mistake that I feel like that Mitch Kupchak has made was drafting Cody Martin or Caleb Martin, whichever one that we drafted. I don't even remember which one we drafted, but I feel like they were both going to go undrafted, and we didn't have to draft either one of them. I wanted us to draft Bol. He was sitting there. He slid from projected lottery pick all the way down to like pick 40-something, and I was still mad that we didn't pick him. I wanted us to get Bol. That's the only mistake I feel like he's made in the draft, and Bol has yet to turn out to be anything, but he's yet to get a chance to. So, I don't know. But outside of that, I have no complaints really about Mitch Kupchak. I know you're like, oh, you know, the Kelly Oubre signing, da-da-da. We did need bench stability. We needed bench stability, and Kelly Oubre at one point was in the 6th man of the year conversation. Now, Kelly Oubre is a streaky player. He played like absolute dog shit for the month of, but really after the All-Star break, played absolute dog shit. But the whole team played bad in February. And, you know, Kelly Oubre never came out of that funk. So, I mean, the signing, I do feel like it was detrimental to book night because there's only so many minutes to go around. But it was what it was. You know, I feel like he did keep a good balance of youth with veterans. The Montrezl Harrell trade was obviously amazing. Now, I know some people are on him for not going to get a real rim protector, but, I mean, how are we supposed to do that without fucking up our future? And that's one thing I will applaud Mitch Kupchak for. He hasn't fucked up the future. He's freed up money. You know, we got Biyombo off the books. We got Zeller off the books. We got a lot of, you know, Nick Batum is finally off the books. We got a lot of motherfuckers off the books. And, you know, didn't necessarily mortgage the future. He's done a good job not mortgaging the future. That's why he hasn't been attaching first-round picks and stuff in these trades. And at the end of the day, you got to praise him for that because Rich Cho fucked us. He fucked us for the future. And it's still a lot of things that Mitch Kupchak has had to undo for us to even be here where we are right now. And yeah, man, I don't necessarily want to. I don't necessarily just want to get rid of Mitch. I feel like Borrego is a problem, and I feel like once Borrego is gone, we'll be a little bit better. But anyways, oh, and then plus, you know, I've been hearing a lot of, oh, get rid of Borrego, but no replacement. For me, it's Mark Jackson. I feel like Mark Jackson is a really good coach, and I feel like he's been out of the league for way too long, bro. And I feel like Mark Jackson is that guy. That's really who I want, bro. I want Mark Jackson because I just feel like he took the Warriors to where they were before Steve Kerr came. He knows how to develop young players and get them ready for that next step, and I feel like that's what we need. Okay, Borrego's done a good job developing young players, and now they're here. They need to do this and break through that ceiling, and I just don't feel like Borrego can push them there. I feel like we need somebody else to kind of, get them to where we need to go. So I feel like you bring in Martin Jackson for that. That's just my pick. Y'all comment down below who y'all want y'all coach to be. But yeah, I don't want to hear any more Fire Brago without a replacement in mind. Because now you're just saying shit. Now, don't get me wrong. He does definitely deserve to be fired. But you got to have a replacement. You feel me? That's just how shit works. All right. Back to the trade machine. I'm at 20 minutes now. That 20 minutes flew by. But, all right. Gordon Hayward is obviously up here. Who do we want? We want Miles Turner. He has 2 years left. Okay, boom. Honestly, this trade works straight up. I think. I don't think we need to add shit. Oh, no, the trade failed. All right, adjust trade. What do I need to add? I think the Pacers need to add some money because the fucking contracts are too fucking different. Let's see who they would probably give us. They got a lot of players coming off their books, too. TJ Warren is coming off the books. Ricky Rubio is coming off the books. So they're going to have a lot of money to spend, bro. I don't know. See if they'll give us fucking Go-Go Batas Day. I don't fucking know. I know Chris Duarte is untouchable. I know they have a lot of untouchable players, so I don't know. They do have a Doug McDermott trade exception. I know I can't touch that. Damn. Yeah, I don't really know who I would even want from the Pacers. I honestly wanted TJ Warren. I've been wanting TJ Warren for years personally because I felt like he was the perfect stretch four for us. I felt like he could have replaced Marvin Williams perfectly and just been like great for us. But anyway, I don't know who else to try to attach. Maybe TJ McConnell, give us that backup point guard. They might actually do that. Oh, okay. I thought the dude was gonna walk in here. All right, let's see if that works. Let's see if Gordon Hayward boom. Gordon Hayward for Miles Turner and TJ McConnell works. Neither one of our wins got better. It did not affect our wins. It did not affect their wins. So even trade. Give us Miles Turner and TJ McConnell. You can take Gordon Hayward. We'll throw you a first round pick. I think that's what they had wanted last year anyway. I don't know if trading for Miles Turner would have fixed anything at the deadline. I feel like that's why we didn't do it because he didn't even end up coming back to play. And I know that probably has something to do with obviously the Pacers sucking and not really playing for shit. But I don't know. I feel like, obviously when you trade somebody, you do it physical and see their where they're at. And yeah, I actually like this trade a whole lot because we don't got to include anybody else. But yeah, Gordon Hayward for TJ McConnell and Miles Turner. I like that. Throw in a first round pick, man. Do what you got to do. Somebody is about to walk into the shop, so I am about to wrap this up. Y'all comment down below what the fuck y'all think we should do this off season. What's good, bro? You're good. I'm still gonna do my season grades, and I'm gonna do my season awards, man. Who I think, I don't know why you walked out. That's my business partner. I'm still gonna do who I think should be the MVP, most improved, 6-man, I saw Charlotte Hornets only did that, and I like that, so I'm gonna do that shit too. And yeah, I'm gonna do my season grades. Thank y'all for watching this far. If y'all did watch this far, and once again, thank y'all for 200 subscribers. Thank you. I'm just gonna be spreading videos out a little bit more to kind of stretch, throughout the off season. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for being with me through this season, and I missed y'all, man. I just didn't have the stomach to really get up here and talk about Hornets basketball, man. I truly was disgusted, and it really just, I hated the way that the season ended. I got somebody call me, man, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'll catch y'all, man. Peace.